This is a video essay about two of the characters in the 2009 Shaft anime adaptation of Nisio Singh's light novel Bakemonogatari. Yes, my opinions are objective, and no, my crappy microphone doesn't invalidate my points. Senjo Gahara is your typical tsundere bitch who uses and abuses harem guy until she shows just that little bit of dare, causing the collective fanbase to cream themselves so hard that a space-time paradox rips through anime, returning tsundere-chan into the defensive bitch she was in episode 1. Yeah, no. Senjo Bahara has a real backstory, with real trauma and reasons to be a hateful horny hedgehog until she takes her clothes off in the second episode. What? So if Type 1 tsundere is a developed character with lingering mental trauma giving her in-character reasons to be a bitch, and the Type 2 tsundere imitation with no backstory is created for otakus who get off on girls with lingering mental health trauma repackaged into their favorite candy hair color, then which is Gahara-san. Well, when we first meet Senjo Haruhi, she threatens to kill harem guy with stationery because he found out about her weight problem. After he offers to help, she is initially skeptical and plays along, and then she takes her clothes off and this fan service is not okay because her clothes are heavy and the plot makes sense for her to be naked. That's like saying it's not incest because she isn't technically... No, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. She gets naked in front of Chick Magnet because she's sexy and wants to show it. She is a narcissist, and it's one of the few things she still has left to brag about. Senjo Joestar used to be the ace of the track team, but that crab took away her strength and now she struggles to attend school. She doesn't have much pride left in herself, and without her pride, she can't be herself. For example, in episode 3 we see a fully recovered Jojo Gahara freed from the shackles of disability and self-blame of her parents' divorce, so she is now able to launch a full frontal assault onto harem guy. We see that her personality is an amalgamation of tsundere and yandere overtones, used to bring out every weeb's inner masochist by teasing, tantalizing and spoofing DBZ off topic while she keeps an oh-so-serious poker face. So when you're this pretentious, it helps to back up how fucking up yourself you can be. In the pursuing 14 minutes of flirting, her dominatrix escalates to boiling point. However, her pride stops her from making a move on harem guy until she has repaid him for helping her gain weight. But as soon as Lolly-chan is introduced, Jotaro becomes a lot more distant and apologetic, and we are led to believe that she just doesn't like kids. But of course, my wise audience whom have actually seen the show, harem guy was the one having issues, so only he could see Lolly-chan. Giorno was just being overly self-conscious about why she couldn't see this lolly. But this shows how fragile her pride can be. Nisio has taken the narcissistic personality of a tsundere and made it permeate throughout all of Josuke's dialogue, but not without her confidence intact. Whether she continues to be a tsundere throughout all the Monogatari series is a topic for another day, but she stands out among light novel stock characters for having a min-max egotistical tsundere build. There comes a time in every harem anime when you, loyal viewer, have decided on best girl. She might not have grade A thighs or your favorite candy hair color, but you can just feel it deep down in your What I mean to say is that the one true best girl never gets picked by stupid harem guy because he has real shitty taste. But in Bakemonogatari, Araragi openly admits to liking best girl until he peels back the onion skin and gets cold feet. Simply put, Senjo Gahara is easy. She has pretty surface level problems, and with a push in the right direction, she becomes all sunshine and rainbows. So yes, here comes my overly analytical character analysis of Best Girl Hanekawa, where I presume to sound like an intellectual, and if you think otherwise, your taste is shit. Hanekawa is damaged. Identifying one of her problems brings another, until all the red flags blur out your rose-tinted glasses and anything but the perfectly fake Hanekawa scares away harem guy and the rest of her friends. So where do I begin? Her parents, or lack thereof. Her dad ran off before Lolly Hanekawa was born, and her mum married some workaholic but then committed suicide after childbirth. So at least she got her kid into an upper-class home, except today she doesn't even have a room of her own. Seriously, how fucked up is that shit? So home is crap, but she is smart and good at school. Her becoming the perfect class rep archetype that we meet is her escape to normal. But when she meets Araragi while at the height of his vampirism, she falls head over heels for him because he is a stark contrast to her mundane life, and all the good girls turn bad after dark. Hanekawa's defining character trait is selfless kindness. She buried a dead cat not out of sympathy or a good girl act, but for equal parity in all things. Seriously, this chick will give Gandhi a run for his courage. Nishio-san has subverted the perfect schoolgirl archetype by exaggerating Hanekawa's kindness and making her character motivation avoiding her problems to become perfect, aka a hypocrite. Both these character traits are complementary and contradictory. When Hanekawa's dad beat her, she defended his abuse, saying that it was justified. And when Araragi got a girlfriend, Hanekawa supported their relationship more than anyone else. Her kindness is a character flaw. She cannot confess love or stand up for herself because she cannot be selfish or out of the ordinary. And she can't acknowledge any of these issues because she isn't supposed to have any issues. She is trapped in her own act with no way out. The only thing she does ask for is to travel overseas after graduating. An escape. So instead of Hanekawa going out of character to resolve these issues, Nishio-san has personified them into Hanekawa's alter ego, Black Hanekawa. I would like to interlude here to explain that while I didn't know I had a fetish like this until now, cat girls are not bestiality as clearly defined here in this graph I found on anime memes. Sorry bronies, you're on your own. Indeed, we never would have known about Hanekawa's inner turmoil if the Sawari Neko apparition did not manifest, and thank our god Haruhi that she did. And this is the part where I become a top tier pseudo-intellectual and correlate Hanekawa's hypocritic act that people admire and she uses to get attention because she was a neglected child, with Black Hanekawa's energy drain powers that drain energy from people just by touching them. So if I'm telling the rest of the story, Hanekawa is stressed out, so sexy Neko seductress comes out to play with Harem Guy and demands his love to shut Hanekawa up until her next hissy fit, and Harem Guy says no. Black Hanekawa attacks, Shinobu cartwheels in to save the day, and for exactly one frame you can see a panty shot, and then she seals Black Hanekawa away temporarily. Hanekawa probably changes the least throughout Bakemonogatari, and while Black Hanekawa has shown Hanekawa some of her issues, things still need to reach boiling point before she will break free in a later arc. Future video foreshadowing, ho ho ho.